Okay, somebody finally did it. Somebody finally caused me to do my first rant video ever. And guess what? Universal Studios, you're the lucky winner. Okay, now before we start this video and I get a whole bunch of comments saying, oh, you just love Disney and you hate Universal, nothing could be farther from the truth, because I love the lands of Harry Potter. I love the Spider-Man ride. Jurassic Park is one of my all-time favorite classic rides. When those doors open up and the theme starts playing, I will go to that 20 times before I'll go see Dinosaur in Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. So let's just get that straight. I love Universal. What I don't love is when they try and kind of pull a fast one. And I don't mean that from a business perspective. So let's start off with, I'm okay with things that they do for business. For instance, when they built Harry Potter, they put one part of Harry Potter in Universal, they put one part of Harry Potter in Islands of Adventure, and they did the Hogwarts Express in between. In order to see both lands, you have to visit two parks, which means you have to buy a two-park ticket. In fact, you can't even get on the train unless you have a two-park ticket. I'm perfectly okay with that. That's a smart business decision. First of all, people are upgrading, so they will see both Harry Potters. But not only that, can you imagine if you put Harry Potter all in Islands of Adventure? Islands of Adventure would be so overcrowded and Universal Studios would be almost dead, especially during the opening months that these parks opened. So yeah, splitting them up, smart business decision. See, I have no problem with smart business decision. Here's my problem with Volcano Bay. They're calling it their third gate. It's not a third gate. It's not even close to a third gate. First of all, it's a water park. They had a water park already, Wet n Wild. They closed it down a couple months ago and they're opening this one. In fact, this one's 2 acres smaller than their last one. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be gorgeous. There's going to be great rides. It's going to be a fun time to go. I'm looking forward to going. But don't try and tell me it's your third gate, because first of all, Volcano Bay is half the size of Disney water parks. Disney's smallest water park is 100% larger than Volcano Bay is going to be. That's a big difference. Not only that, let's just compare your own parks. Your own parks are 118 acres compared to 28 acres. So it's 25% of your park. So you're trying to tell me that this is a third gate, even though it's only 20 to 25% of the size of your other parks. How is that right? And this is what's the part that's bugging me. If you go online right now, because I'll tell you a story in a few seconds, so stick with me. This one really annoyed me, and kind of why I got into this rant is because I was kind of doing a little bit of a puff piece on Volcano Bay, looking forward to getting the video ready. Everyone's going to be excited about it. And then this happened, and it just turned me sour, and here's why. So, number one, go online right now in Universal and try and buy a one-day Volcano Bay ticket. You can't do it. The only ticket available is with packages where you're booking your hotel, or a 3-park ticket for over $300 and some. So here's where I'm getting going on this. Are they going to start charging us a one-day ticket to visit their water park, the same cost as they're going to charge me a one-day ticket to go to Universal or Islands of Adventure? That's, 400% larger. It's kind of looking that way, and it's starting to annoy me. Because I had some guests today who contacted me. They're going on a Disney cruise out of Orlando. And they wanted to visit Volcano Bay. It happens to coincide with the same weekend that they're opening it in May. So they wanted to spend one day. They're going to fly in a day earlier on a Friday. Their cruise leaves on a Sunday. They wanted to spend Saturday at Volcano Bay. In order for me to do that, right now, I have to buy them a 3-park, 3-day ticket for $300 a person for a family of 4. That's $1,200 for them to visit this 28-acre water park. And when I message Universal Studios and asking them when the prices are going to come out for the one-day park, they say, it's coming in the future. We're not sure yet. So yeah, are you trying to judge whether or not you're going to be able to charge $100 a ticket for this third park that you're calling it? Or are you going to price it the way Disney is pricing their water parks at under 50% of the cost of what their parks are? Even the parks that are hugely under construction, the water parks, which are double the size of your Volcano Bay, are going to be half price of its one-day ticket. If they come out and their tickets are $75 or more for a one-day ticket, then they're ripping us off. And I don't say that lightly, because I think companies have a right to charge whatever they want. But their whole thing since announcing this was calling it a third gate. It's our third gate, it's our third park, it's our third this. It's not, it's your first water park coming back. Okay, your direct competition already has 2 water parks that are double your size. So because you're calling it a third park, doesn't make it a park. You're calling it a third park because you just bought all that new land last year and you're getting ready to announce a 4th gate, which is really going to be the 3rd gate. But you're going to want to be able to call it a 4th gate so you can say, hey, look, we have 4 gates just like Disney does. And that's basically lying to us, because you're calling your water park a 3rd gate, even though it's 20% of the size of all other parks. It's a themed water park. It's half the size of Disney's water parks. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fun. But you're going to start, if you start charging us the same price as you're charging us for Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, you're going to have a problem, because people are going to realize that you're lying to them and your advertisement just doesn't fit. So that's my little rant on it. And like I said, business decisions are great. I have no problem with that, and I love Universal Studios. But I hate the fact that they're trying to deceive us by calling this the 3rd gate. And you have all the Universal apologists out there saying, well, technically, if you look at the definition of a theme park is an area that is themed in a specific way. Well, guess what? I have a local fair that comes to my town, and they have Pioneer Days, and that's the theme, where everyone goes around in spoonkin hats and calling themselves Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone, and they're all dressed in, later day gear. That's not a theme park, but according to that definition, I can call that fair that's here for 2 weeks a year a theme park. So don't go by semantics, folks. Don't be fooled. It's a first water park replacing their other water park with a better water park. That's all it is. It's not a 3rd gate. Now let's see what kind of prices they're going to charge. Oh, and by the way, I paid for those tickets for my clients out of my money so they can go, because I didn't want them to be disappointed by Universal basically being morons right now. So that's why I got upset and a rant, and my puff piece has turned into a rant. How did that happen in 8 hours? I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. If you think I'm completely wrong and, oh no, this is a 3rd gate, then leave me a reason why down below. And once again, don't just say I love Disney, because yeah, I love Universal just as much. So you can't get me on that one. So again, if you liked the video, thumbs up. If you'd like to hear more videos and more travel tips from around the world about Disney, Universal, cruising, Caribbean, you name it, please subscribe to my channel, and we'll talk to you next time. Hopefully much more cheerful than I am today.